In 1980, an unemployed American named Dennis Hope stumbled upon a legal loophole that would make him a millionaire and one of the most controversial figures in space ownership. While struggling financially, he began thinking about how land ownership worked and wondered, who owns the moon? Upon researching, he discovered that the United Nations Outer Space Treaty of 1967 explicitly stated that no nation could claim ownership of the moon or any celestial body, but it did not mention private individuals. Seizing this loophole, Hope went to the San Francisco County Recorder's Office and legally filed a claim for ownership of the moon, along with other celestial bodies like Mars, Venus, and Jupiter's moons. He then sent official letters to the United Nations, the US government, and the Soviet Union, informing them of his claim and requesting any legal objections. No one responded. Since no law directly prevented an individual from claiming celestial land, Hope declared himself the legal owner of the moon and later expanded his claim to other planets and their moons. Realizing the business potential, Hope founded the Lunar Embassy Corporation, where he began selling acre-sized plots of the moon for as little as $25 per acre. To make it look official, he started issuing lunar deeds, certificates that legally declared the buyer as a landowner on the moon. To the surprise of many, his business took off quickly. People from all over the world started buying moon land, fascinated by the idea of owning property beyond Earth. His customers included celebrities, politicians, NASA employees, and even former US presidents like Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. Over time, Hope expanded his business, selling land on Mars, Venus, and even Pluto, making millions of dollars in the process. He also declared himself the head of the Galactic government, forming a symbolic governing body for his claimed territories. To support his so-called government, he introduced a currency called Lunar bucks, and even drafted a constitution of the moon. Despite the seemingly ridiculous nature of his claim, no official legal action was ever taken against him. While many legal experts argued that the Outer Space Treaty still applied and that his claims were meaningless, the fact remained that no court had ever ruled against him, and no government had directly challenged his ownership. Some viewed him as a brilliant entrepreneur who exploited a legal loophole, while others saw him as nothing more than a fraudster selling worthless certificates. Yet, Hope continued to profit massively, claiming to have sold over 600 million acres of lunar land. As space travel advances with companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin working towards moon colonization, questions arise: what happens when humans actually settle on the moon? Do Hope's buyers have any real claim to the land? Governments and space agencies may dismiss his deeds as meaningless, but his customers, many of whom still believe they legally own moon land, might demand recognition of their property rights in the future. Hope's story is a perfect example of how a simple idea, a legal loophole, and a bit of boldness can turn into a global phenomenon. Whether he is seen as a visionary, a scam artist, or simply an opportunist, Dennis Hope remains the only man in history who claimed and sold the moon and got away with it.